Today guys, this man takes on 9 holes with his brand new clubs. He's had a new driver, he's had new irons, he's even got a new putter in that golf bag. But how can he score over 9 holes here at Waterfront? Can we get that handicap going in the right direction, working down to those single figures, or is the dream dead? And guys, if you're new to the channel, then welcome to this YouTube channel. If you want to join us on that journey to 50,000, then make sure to hit that subscribe button. And guys, if you're a regular viewer of the channel, welcome back. So today we are at the fantastic Waterfront Golf. We are out here putting a 9-hole scoring, seeing what Dave can do. So you've played a little bit. Handicap is going in the right direction, Dave.
Yeah, handicap's come down about 0.5, 0.6. It went up at the end of last season. As you know, I was struggling with the old driver, and
Yes.
that sort of weaved its way into the rest of my bag. So under your tutelage, I've changed a few things in the bag, changed my swing a little bit, and hopefully it's going to come down even more.
Well, let's see then, Dave. So we're going to talk through what's in Dave's golf bag if you haven't seen, guys. So you'll find that on the channel, what we have in there. But straight up first with the driver, we have a fitted shaft in there from SGGT. We have a new driver head, which you'll have just seen in the 11. We also have one other thing that we'll talk about shortly. Let's hopefully help Dave straighten up his ball flight, hit it a little bit higher. And that, Dave, is a fantastic shot.
And that
straight up.
It's kind of what I've been.
Fairway.
That's kind of what I've been doing after you've told me what to do, and I actually start listening.
Well, it's good to hear, Dave.
But
Only
I seem to have lost my tee.
You're joking. Oh no, fear not.
Oh, it's there.
You can see it.
Filled a pheasant early doors.
So Dave's admiring what I've just said. I think is the best drive we've ever seen out here off the first, and even Phil agrees. Although he's not budged from the middle of the fairway, he wasn't in danger, but
Yeah, he knows where to sit, doesn't he?
exactly. What have we got, Dave? Let's see with your rangefinder, and then we'll talk. These clubs right here. What is
It's saying 130 playing 133.
Okay, so what club is that? Is that a 9? Is it an 8?
I think an 8, Chris.
8, okay.
Might be just a little bit too big, but I'd rather be.
So these are also new clubs, Dave, so I will grab that one off you. So we have Dave's 8 iron, which we know is the 11 hybrid irons. So again, we can see plenty of waft on there, a different looking club, custom ferrules. We have KBS Max light shafts in. Dave's just been fitted for these because you can now go and get fitted for them down at Hereford with Nick, a super fitter. And we have the Jumbo Max grips, which again is something, Dave, that's helped you straighten up your ball flight.
Yeah, I've got them all through the bag currently, other than one other hybrid, which isn't 11,
Yeah.
and my wedges.
Yeah, so you can now get these on 11 clubs, so they can come as an option. So, 8 iron, Dave, we're going to aim right of the flag here.
Certainly are. I was thinking the bush that's kind of on the far right side of the green.
There's another good shot, Dave. Be at the back edge of the green. I don't know if it was just gone onto the fringe, but
Wasn't the best of strikes, Chris, but
nope.
These hybrids do seem to be amazingly forgiving.
Yeah, so direction again there from a missed strike. Those grips are helping out get that start line.
Yep.
And then the forgiveness from the hybrid have still given us a chance.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with them, to be honest with you. They really do work well.
Yeah, you wouldn't have said you'd be putting these in your golf bag if we'd have asked you at the start of the season, but so far, so good.
Yes, exactly.
Right, so finish slightly long of the green, just on the fringe here, around about 25 feet, but Dave's got another new club in the bag here, Dave. So we have an arm lock putter from the guys at Golf Punk, which was a magazine. If anybody doesn't know, it is now online, but I brought this club out, so let's see how Dave does with this. So numbers were pretty good with this club when we
Yeah, they were. And as I said, I just like the way that it looks sat behind the ball.
Yeah, and this helps obviously take care a little bit more of Dave's stroke, gets it a little bit more neutral. And that, it's not bad from there, Dave, out of the fringe, first putt of the day.
Yeah, you just never know, because there's still a bit of a dew in the, not on the green because I've swished them, but just off the green.
On that fringe, so that certainly can affect it. Let's see if we can start with a par. So the second hole here at Waterfront is a par 5. Bunkers up the right hand side of this hole, but Dave, we think you are 1 under your handicap so far through 1. Let's see how this drive goes.
We do think that, Chris, but I've
not 100% on the index what Dave would get here, but we're gonna keep going. He knows he doesn't get one on here because this is a par 5 the second time round here at Waterfront. No shot. He's hitting it straight up the fairway, straight up the middle. He doesn't need a shot.
That's as good as I get on here, Chris.
Yeah, again a little bit lower, but we see the forgiveness starting up the middle, a little bit of a draw which should have chased a long way down there.
Yeah.
Just saying, down the middle stripe there from Dave, but a lot of confidence since changing. I would think more so to those grips, Dave. Again, we've seen a lot less deviation from going jumbo max, which was, again, just a fitting that we did online.
Yeah, and I think it's a case that you either can't or you don't feel you have to grip them as tight with them being so big. And I think that's part of the reason why I was sort of coming round on it.
So a little bit looser, and it's certainly hanging off so far. But what do we do from here? You can see there are 3 bunkers down this right hand side, so obviously for Dave to score the best we need to avoid those. But what are you thinking, Dave? Are you going to get it as far up there as possible, or are you going to...
I was going to go as far as possible. It's 230 yards to the green, which I can't make.
No.
So...
Although, that club right there...
Yeah, the Zexio would get somewhere near.
Are you thinking a different club?
No, I'm not. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to commit.
Right, we're going to commit. Guys, we're going to get out more on the golf course now. The season is finally upon us. There's leaves on the trees, the sun is out, the fairways
legs are out.
Delightful. Yeah, apologies for that. Disclaimer, Dave's legs out today.
Says he.
I've got mine out as well, to be fair. But we're going to get out, we're going to get some matches going again with Dave.
Oh.
And also maybe against not mid-handicap Brett on James Robinson's channel. Single figure Brett.
Single figure Brett. I think that's why we lost that first match, if I'm honest. I think he was a bit controversially playing off the wrong handicap.
Yeah, say no more. Wouldn't surprise me with those two. Ooh, working a little bit left.
It's not bad though.
No, it stayed out of those trees, or it'll just be in the edge. Luckily, this year, Richard Jones has thinned those out a little bit because some of the chip-ins have gone onto my allotment, which is growing veg on the screen now. If you want to follow for all allotment videos.
Sponsored by cucumbers today.
Cucumbers today, yeah, they've gone in. They might have died now because it's too warm for them, but
yeah, it is a bit.
You know, right. Let's get up there. Right, Dave, just snuck into these trees, but have we got a gap?
We've got a gap here, but the backswing ain't great, Chris, if I'm honest.
I'll get in amongst it. Bit of David Attenborough amongst the Amazon tree. Look at this. We can see the flag, luckily. There's not really many overhanging trees, so club of choice, Dave?
I'm seriously considering going with the pitching wedge.
From the set?
From the set, yeah.
Well, let's go with that then, Dave. So, again, we've got a pitching wedge. There's also a gap wedge in these sets. So, 11 do claim that is the most lofted hybrid you can get. So, let's see. I'll get back into position here. Avoid all the animals. Good shot there, Dave. It's only bounce, but that should be just on the right edge.
Take that out of there.
Yeah, certainly. Not position A when we've got all that fairway. As we walk up here, Dave's already out with the putter. We'll bring the bag up here, Dave, but not bad there. So
Well, I know that it's just off the green, Chris, but I think I'm putting.
yeah, we'd take that, and we are going to put, again, obviously, like you say, the trusty putter. We might see later in this video whether we do chip with some of those hybrids around the edge of the green. But just a big shout out to Richard Jones and the gang out here, because golf course here at Waterfront in absolutely fantastic condition. Again, we haven't
It's
had
great considering how little rain we've had. It's absolutely cracking, isn't it?
a delightful surface here on the greens, and fairways are like carpets, so if you're in the area, get yourself down here. A good test of golf here at Waterfront, although Dave's going to rip it up hopefully today.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Let's see then, Dave. So again, just that distance here where 25 feet, 30 feet. Main focus for any of you mid-handicappers out here is focus on that speed. If we can improve your pace putting, you get a few more 2 putts, we can get rid of those 3 putts that are keeping your handicap higher. That's another pretty good putt there from Dave. So yes, a little bit short, Dave, but these are the ones now.
It was a bit downhill, Chris, and I was a little bit afraid of hitting it too hard.
Yeah, because of how fantastic the surfaces are. But these are the ones now, Dave, where you are certainly a little bit more confident with this putter.
Yeah,
from what we've seen so far. Because
it's taking that, as you used to say, that figure of eights putting stroke out of it, because there's no risk to break, is there?
No, exactly. And guys, obviously we know we've had a few comments saying, well, we can get it out of the stroke with Dave's old putter he used to have as part of his set. But this man right here, although retired, does not know the word practice, so we've gone for something that is going to make golf a little bit easier for
Busy in the garden. I don't even know how I had time to work.
Well, you know, Mrs. Harrison's got you doing all sorts of jobs. I've heard you're a painter and decorator as well, Dave.
Well, gave up on it.
Retired from that as well?
Yeah, because I just didn't have time, so we're going to have to employ a decorator.
Oh, God. Oh dear. That means less golf clubs purchased this year.
I know.
Out of the budget. Solid. 2 fantastic pars to start.
Thank you.
Right, Dave, so scoring there, another par, back-to-back pars.
Yeah, I'm just putting the card in on England Golf just because you're supposed to if you're doing a proper one that counts.
Yeah, exactly. Right, and then we'll come on to the 3rd hole here, guys, and your narrow entrance to the fairway, so obviously priority on hitting a good straight drive here, and Dave wants to get down there. We can just see here today from that tee box that we do have a red flag, so I'm guessing that is at the front left of the green here.
Oh yeah, so it is.
So
I'm thinking mini driver, Chris.
Mini driver, yeah. Perfect, let's go mini driver then. That will do nicely, Dave.
Tell you what, that's decent, is that for me?
Down there again, that is the perfect line. So guys, you'll be wondering why Dave's hat is on sideways. We know Dave's eyes are nearly as bad as mine, but we've just straightened that hat up, but not to worry. But again, shots going down the middle of the fairway here, and this is where this
Maybe it's the hat.
Maybe it is the hat. We focused on making sure Dave was fitted to the right shafts again. We know that he went for his Tacoma irons. He's had those for a couple of years, but as Dave's speed's getting a little bit less, struggling to get the ball into the air, these hybrids were a fantastic option, and obviously having the ability to go and get fitted for those. Certainly got great numbers, around about a club different, so again starts to get his 9-iron going as far as his 8-iron with the Tacomos. But then again, when we went into the woods, they just performed exceptionally well, and we've tried those against multiple woods, even your major brands, your Callaways, your TaylorMades, but that 11 driver with that TPT shaft certainly did perform well, and he's staying in the bag. That has to be one of the best shots I've seen anybody hit down here, Dave, to be honest.
Well, it's certainly the best one I've ever hit down here, Chris.
Yeah, that is in position A now, guys. You can see it's not an easy hole. We do have obviously a ditch over on the right hand side. It's a narrow tee shot, but Dave's found the largest part of the fairway. And you might be saying, why did Dave not hit a driver? Again, it starts to narrow up again and potentially brings in a little bit more trouble. So correct club, fantastic shot.
And it never even looked like it was going to go left, did it? It just stayed arrow straight, really, which is taking a bit of getting used to, because I've had to aim down the right hand side of holes, fairways, etc. for about 5 years now, as you well know.
20 years, Dave.
And it's, yeah, probably. And it's just getting used to that lack of hook.
Yeah, so nice straight ball flight again. Those grips really helping out. It's a combination where a lot of people overlook the grip, but again at SGGT you can be fitted for your grips, which Dave was with his Tacoma irons. And now we've got the Jumbo Max on these 11 clubs that Nick recommended after what he saw on the TrackMan. But how far, Dave?
To the pin, it's 85.
85, so what club of choice?
Well,
club of choice?
The gap wedge will make it there easily, because that probably goes about 100 yards.
Okay.
So maybe I'll just try and take a little bit off the gap wedge.
Yeah, and even if it's a little bit past, there's plenty of green behind this flag and we can be on the dance floor. So yes, this is the most lofted hybrid we believe that is.
Yeah, when you first start to use it, it's really quite disconcerting.
Yes, a lot of loft down there, but let's see how it does, because it's not necessarily about how they look, it's really more about how they perform.
A little bit left.
Yeah, shame there, Dave, because just pull that left, which again, slowing down, maybe just turn the hands a little bit, because the distance was perfect. But we might be using the same club again.
We might.
So Dave, same club here
in
the rough as I move my shadow out of the way. So again, set down a little bit, but this is where obviously hybrid can be used.
Here, and you know, if you get quite a bare lie around a green, where there's been a lot of traffic, I find that it's really useful there, because getting a good contact with a normal wedge, should I say, is difficult.
Yeah, well, let's see here. So we've got a little bit of green to work with. That is a fantastic chip, Dave. Looked extremely easy.
Very. It just pops up.
That's the main thing. Let's get that putter back out. So these are the ones that matter, Dave. Again, lining that up. Left edge. Another tester. But not for the arm lock putter, Dave.
Those are the putts that, when I'm stood over a putt of that distance with my other putter, I'd be thinking there's a good chance that's going to miss. Whereas I'm much more confident with this. It just seems to roll straighter.
That putter right there is not even fitted. We are going to get you a fitted one of those, Dave.
Yep.
So we might hole even more. Everybody's favourite par 3 here. She'll be playing around about 220, Dave.
Yeah, 229.
229. Dave, you got the right club?
Well, I don't think this can, I'm not sure this can make it.
No, but obviously there is a fairway at the top of that hill, which I think is the play really here for you. 3 pars in a row, under your handicap.
3 pars in a row? I don't think I've ever had a start like that.
No, we've certainly never seen it on the channel, Dave. Everybody watching's cheering you along here. Right, mini driver again. Interesting, guys. A lot of people ask what tee should you use. Dave's using the White Castle tee, which I think is a very good option here, but so far this 11 mini driver is holding its own against the rest. Again, only 250 pounds. Little fade up there now. He's playing all the shots today.
Tell you what, it's not far off, is it?
I think it just scampered up there, Dave. I might just be sure. Good shot.
Thank you.
So guys, as we head up here to see where Dave has gone, again, greenkeeper Kieran said they have cut some trees out just to the left of this hole. And I did forget, however, most of the chip-ins on the allotment are from this area of the golf course. But get in the comments below, what have you looked at this year? What are you getting new? Are you looking for different irons? Are you looking for a new driver, fairway woods, maybe even a mini driver? We've got plenty of clubs to test against Dave's hybrids, and there's a lot of clubs still coming out. So obviously a lot of things do come out in January, but there are many clubs still for us to test. What do you want to see us get in the hands of not only myself but also mid-handicap Dave, and where do you want to see us play the next match? Because we are going to get out and have a 9-hole match very soon, although it depends on how Dave goes today, because I might need to do a little bit more practice. Up there again on the fringe of the green, so that's gone a good 200 plus uphill, which has done exceptionally well, and why it is now in Dave's bag. But
that's a great shot for me.
It is, Dave. I was just saying that, but you can see he's just avoided the new area, which is being seeded, coming along nicely. It was full of trees, but
Can't believe how well that's done. That's another as good a shot I've ever hit on.
It is, I think, Dave. And again, you've left yourself a reasonable shot here. Are you going to chip or putt? That's the big question here. So plenty of dew still on the ground here.
I'm thinking I might chip. It's just a bit dewy, a bit sticky, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I'm thinking I might chip with a 9 hybrid. Try and land it somewhere here, because it's uphill, isn't it?
It certainly is, but again, guys, these greens, unfortunately, we had some vandalism on the golf course, which we will see on the next hole, but these greens are absolutely fantastic. The best I've seen. I've just recently been in Scotland to play some links golf courses, and
I hope you didn't go to Southern S without me.
These are right up there. No, we didn't pop to Southern S, Dave. That would have been another 8-hour journey. So, hybrid. Let's actually have a look from behind.
I just didn't hit it quite hard enough, Chris.
No, unfortunate that, because it was a
nice
shot there, nice strike, jumped up nicely, just not enough backswing. A long putt left.
Hit it, David.
4 on this hole right here, guys, is never a bad hole, so is never a bad score, guys. So you've got to think that your golf course is probably a hole similar to this that is just incredibly hard, whether it's a par 3 or par 4. So don't be afraid to take your medicine, and just a bogey is a good score.
I'll take a 4, Chris. Like you say, if offered on the tee, I'd always take a 4 on there.
Exactly. Right, we move on. Par 5 now, Dave. Do you get a shot on here? Let's have a look at the card.
I would get, I think, would I? Yes. No.
No?
Yes.
You've got a shot on the last,
yes, I would.
wouldn't you, as well?
I'd have got a shot on the last as well, yeah.
So, currently still under the handicap. Firing on all cylinders. 1 over par gross.
That is decent.
Straight up the left-hand side of that fairway, you've got the ducks are flying off. That's in a position to be able to get down close to that green. So up here now, around the corner in position A. So again, just in a semi-rough. Hybrid, Dave, are we thinking?
Yeah.
It's not sat perfect, but if we go with your...
I'm thinking... Go on, sorry.
Are you going with the Azexio hybrid?
Yeah. I think it should be able to get it out.
I think so. And again, it should keep us short of that trap on the right.
It wasn't the best shot, Chris, but it's down there.
No, but that's done exactly what a hybrid will do. Gets you a little bit of forgiveness, bounding down that left-hand side of the fairway. We're down in position A, so a good drive off the tee, and then Yeah, not a fantastic second, but that's exactly why we've got forgiving clubs in there. That's what that hybrid's done. Not the perfect strike, but it's got us into a position where we have what, Dave?
Exactly 100 yards.
Exactly 100 yards, which is the gap wedge?
Yeah, it's the gap wedge if I commit to it.
Yeah.
So if I don't commit to it, could be out.
Yeah, we could hit one like the last one you hit with it. So again, middle of the green's your line, Dave, so we don't need to take the flag on. Let's just go a good full shot straight for the middle of the green. A little bit right, Dave. Distance was good, but...
Distance is bob on. It was just a little bit of a push, wasn't it?
Yeah, we've got a long putt to come, Dave. Put that putter to the test again. Unfortunately, this was where the vandalism was, but a quick repair from the green staff here to get these greens, or get that patch like the rest of it in the best condition I've seen it in a long time. Thanks to the guys who are working tirelessly hard for us. Right, Dave, putter and a long one at that. So it'd be a fantastic 2-putt from there. A little bit of work again, Dave. Not quite got the pace yet.
No.
This morning. If anything, everything's been a little bit short. But that again is probably, Dave, you thinking, see how fantastic these greens are. You're giving them a little bit too much respect. Let's see if Dave can keep going in the right direction here. What a putt, Dave. Another fantastic putt. And we move to the 6th. Another 5 down on the scorecard, Dave. Par 3 now, fantastic par 3, playing around about 170 yards. We'll let you do the honours with your rangefinder. Let's see what we have.
160 to the pin.
Yep, so front flag there, one that can catch you out. So just behind the bunker, we'll want to play left of that, but what club is that, Dave?
Dry day, I'm thinking 6 iron.
6 iron to go then, let's see. Got to think about this, guys, when you're on the tee box. Yes, the flag is forward, you might think you want to get it close, but playing to the left of that is the safe play. So when Dave finds his elusive tees in his pocket.
I think one's gone missing. Oh, we've got it. We've got it. I used to have some white little green castles, but...
Oh yeah, we found some of those at Wortley a couple of weeks ago.
Obviously they're green, so I lose them. Yeah. I might need to purchase.
I have to purchase? Whew. Well, we said left of the flag. Dave's took that.
It's fine for distance, just a little bit of a pull again.
Yep, just a little bit, just close that down. We can't unfortunately blame the clubs for that, but plenty of green to work with.
The thing is, before, when I was just using normal irons, a 6 iron wouldn't have gone 160 yards. I'd have been lucky for it to make 145, which is pretty much what I was doing with a 7 iron.
Yeah, so clubs have certainly changed. That would have been a lot more club into that green. Let's get up there. What is the club of choice?
I'm going this gap wedge again, Chris.
Right,
I just think it's really quite disappointing because this is the second par 3 and I've been up either near or pin high, but not on the green.
Right, well, let's see this shot then. Let's see how this goes. Again, plenty of green to work with. Want to be a little bit left. It's going to work a little bit to the right. Let's see how this most lofted hybrid does again.
Well, that plan didn't work because it didn't go left to right, Chris.
It didn't go left to right. You caught that just fantastically well, to be honest, Dave.
Yeah, but I'd have thought it, well...
I thought it would come back, but it was that well struck, it never fell to the right. So another testing putt for Dave. Plenty left here, Dave.
Yeah, it looks a bit left, doesn't it?
Currently 1 over gross, so Not bad at all, but it's a tough finish here. So 3 par 4s to come. Dog leg at 90 degrees. And a couple of longer par 4s to finish. But there will be shots to come.
Again, it's very disappointing.
It is, Dave. Another one.
I think I got the line as well.
Got the line. Lines haven't been the problem today. There's room for improvement with this pace. What a roll, Dave.
Still disappointing, Chris.
Again, very disappointing. Again, like you say, pin high there, but just got to keep it going. 3 holes to play, 1 over gross, which I think will be under handicap to say the least. We move on. 7th hole, dog leg to the right, as you will see. All about getting a drive past the corner of the trees here, so.
Not that swing.
Out with driver. Not with that first swing though, Dave.
Bit off balance, but it's not terrible.
He's tried to give it some. Oh, it's up and through. Of a longer shot in, Dave, but we'll take it. Through the tree, short of the ditch. But we've got an interesting shot, as Dave just said, up and over that bunker potentially. What's the lie like? So
Line's fine.
Not that bad there at all, to be honest, but the play here is just right of those 2 gentlemen who we've just let through. And try and get out of here again. If we get a par, great, but we've got a shot, so it's about managing these shots whilst we're under your handicap currently, Dave. So far, Dave, how are you finding the club? So you
they're going really well. They're so much easier to hit than irons are for somebody with my swing speed. And I don't know if it's because they're more forgiving or there's more loft on them. I know that the shafts are a little bit longer, which shouldn't make them easy to hit, but they seem just right.
Yeah, well, that's exactly. Again, people might be embarrassed to use hybrids. A lot of people have put them off for years, but a full set here is making the game a bit easier for Dave, and I think we've still got the chance, Dave, to get single figures, which is obviously your goal still, as well as beating Brett.
Yeah.
And myself.
Yeah, anybody you put me up against, really, you know.
Yeah. Scottish Paul, no chance.
Scottish Paul.
Right, so what have we gone?
I'm going 5, because when they land on the fairway, they're flying a bit, aren't they?
Yeah.
But I'm going to aim sort of right hand side of the greenish.
Yep, between the edge of the bunker and that white bush.
Yep.
Should be perfect. Come out delightfully from that light.
A little bit further right than I'd hoped.
Towards that white bush. We've got a chip across the green again, Dave.
But
after
what wasn't the best drive in the world, that's not a bad position to be in, is it?
No, we'd certainly take that. We've avoided the main trouble in those bunkers. I'm still in it. Right, Dave, we did say between the white bush and the bunker, but we seem to have gone straight at it. What have we got? We got a wedge out there.
Yeah, I'm trying.
What have we got?
I've got the good old 52 Skyforger.
Okay, let's see how that goes. Is that because it's sat down a little bit more?
It's sat down a little bit more, and there's not a lot of room once it hits the green.
Right.
And considering what happened with the last one.
Yep, right now, let's see what this does then. I said that was a good decision, Dave.
For once.
You're chuffed with that, aren't you?
I am actually, yeah. Because I got a feeling you were going to say, I don't think that's quite the right club, Dave.
No, Dave. Great decision. It's like you've listened once or twice today. Good 4.
Thank you.
Right, Dave, so in you come. Driver here on the 8th hole, another shots hole, but it's currently saying on your app, which I'll put on screen, that you've got even 18 points through 7 holes.
Yeah, which I don't suppose I should be looking at really, but...
No, it's a bit of one of those things. Do people look at leaderboards on tour? I'm not so sure. But the big question is, can they keep it together? Because we know what normally happens, even to the likes of Rory McIlroy. Interesting. Starting out to the right, Dave, but drawing back. It's in the rough there. We will have a long shot in, but it's not left.
No, and to be honest with you, this is pretty much a par 5 for me anyway, Chris.
It is. It is a long hole down here. We've got 457 yards. It's a 3-shotter.
Yeah.
And hopefully, hole a putt. In the rough, or semi-rough here, freshly mown. On the fine fettled waterfront golf. That sat delightfully there, Dave,
yeah.
to be honest. It sat up like it's on a brush tee. So, what's your options here? We're going hybrid.
Is it hybrid or is it, do I give it a go with that mini driver? It's sat up lovely, isn't it?
There's no trouble in the way, so again, it's one of those things. If you do hit that mini driver, you don't hit it perfect, we still should be able to reach the green. Again, either way, we're not reaching that green from here. So if you think that's the club, Dave, let's give it a go. There's no time like the present.
Just, my thought is to try and get it up as near as I possibly can. I know I can't make it from here, but...
Yeah, and it's a yellow flag from what I can see, I believe.
Yeah,
so middle of the green.
Right. I know your lamps aren't that bad, but come on.
Touch and go there. I was deciding whether is it white or is it yellow. Right, greenkeepers have given you leaking up the right. We're going to need a little bit of luck there. Looks like it's bounced on the other side of the path. Not ideal there. We've got all that room and we've managed.
Well, do you know what I did wrong?
To go over
or
there.
What I think I did wrong. Every single time I've hit that off the deck, it's been a fade. But I decided to aim for the flag.
Yeah, good work, Dave. Yeah, good thinking.
Sometimes.
Not ideal, Dave.
No.
But we've got a shot. Maybe it should have been either aimed left or gone for the old hybrid. If I wasn't bit before, I'll definitely be getting bitten here, Dave. Thanks. How far?
I've got 85 yards.
Right, what are you going?
I'm going to go that approach to comb or wedge because I think it might fly.
Yeah, it could do. So 52.
Yeah.
Right, let's see it. So really here it's all about limiting the damage here. On the green, 2 putts. It's not bad. Snagged it a little bit. No, not bad. We will take that.
We're going to have to, Chris.
To the left of the green. Back in the real world of normal grass, not the thick stuff.
It's a shame because it was pin high.
Yeah, sat nice, Dave. Like you say, pin high, just left. Again, plenty of green to work with. Are you going the same club?
I was thinking this.
Yeah, let's go with that then. Let's go with the gap wedge from the 11 set. Get that ball.
Again, it should move left to right.
Yep.
But I said that on the par 3, didn't I?
Just landed it on the fringe or over the fringe.
There or thereabouts. Yep.
Exceptional stuff, Dave.
Thank you.
Exceptional. 4 under Dave's handicap. This will be for 2 points, 5 for 2. Let's see. Never
It's much better from that distance, you know. It really is.
Confidence high?
Yeah. I just feel that it's not that I'm not going to sort of cut across it, or because that's half of my problem, that with my normal putter I think I sometimes go like that and it ends up spinning left to right.
Yeah, and that was no bother. Last hole, 4 under your handicap, par 4 here, over 400 yards again. So like I say, not the easiest of finishes here it was. A dog leg to the right, working down towards the clubhouse. Fantastic drive. A little fade up there.
Baby fade, what's that about?
A yard of movement straight down the middle into position A again, Dave. How far have we got from this fantastic drive? Fairways.
197.
197 downhill. Is that screaming the 3 hybrid?
It is.
And again, shot on here, guys. like we've mentioned, this to get Dave 500 out, 23 points. They'd be uproar. The seniors, if he was in the competition, I tell you what, you won't be allowed back.
On a 9-hole comp at Garforth, there'd be absolute hell on.
Yeah, well, luckily we're not in a comp today, Dave. But we are showing how you can have a full set of hybrids and they can improve your game. Let's see if Dave can be a single figure golfer with all hybrids. That's the dream, Dave.
It is the dream.
2025.
That kicks, that should be
fading
right.
Back a little bit. It looks like it's just missed that trap, but I think we're chipping again, Dave. We're either just in that semi-rough or we're on the fringe. We'll go and find out. So get in the comments below, guys, as well. What are your goals for this year? What is your handicap you're looking to try and get down to, or are you just looking to maintain and potentially getting some new clubs like Dave has might make it easier for you to stay where you are, stay at that mid-handicap, stay where you can still compete and enjoy your golf, because after all, that is what we're trying to do. The game of golf is for enjoyment and fun, although it can wind us up on many occasions. But let's see if Dave can finish this off. Just up here on this hill, a nice little dinky shot here, Dave. We're going with a wedge here.
Yeah, I'm going to go sand wedge, Chris, because it's got to make it down.
Yeah, we're above the green here. We want
here
it to be
somewhere, hasn't it?
Soft.
It's got to make it down here somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's still a little bit downhill, I think.
And it's going to move a little bit to the right, so it's getting it landing on this fringe here, downhill towards the hole. So loft required.
Go on.
Come on, just short. So another test for this putter, but unlucky there. So it's downhill. You're trying to land it on there, and Dave.
Yeah, in hindsight, it was sat down. And I'm thinking, should I have taken that hybrid gap
and try and get that out? Yeah. So a little bit tentative there from Dave, but we have a chance. This for 22. Oh no, this is for 23 points, isn't it?
Yeah, there'd be words said about handicap protection, wouldn't there?
Oh, they would here. What a start to the season this could be.
Get in.
It's another one, Dave. What a start. 23 points here at Waterfront Golf. Let's see what that does to Dave's handicap. But guys, a quick start from Dave on the first few holes there. Got him under par, got him with these clubs with plenty of confidence, just making it easy for him. But handicap should be coming down 23 points. The seniors here will not want to see or hear that. But guys, if you're enjoying the content, smash that subscribe button and let us know what else do you want to see from Dave in coming weeks, coming months, for the rest of the year. Do you think he can get to that single figure handicap? And we'll see you soon.